This is where we left in our last video. There is one virus and one man on the screen. When we begin the game, the virus colony will invade. Viruses will appear at random and move at different speeds. We will set the movement pattern of one virus and then replicate it. Let us see how to go about doing this. We will set variables for location of virus and its velocity on x-axis and y-axis. You can see we have defined a velocity for movement on x-axis as virus x underscore vel, and we have also defined a velocity for movement on the y-axis virus y underscore vel. In the previous video, we have seen how to place it on the screen through a simple function. We have the function here. It places the virus on the screen at the defined coordinate. Now let us place a command within the while loop to move the virus on the screen. We have called the virus load function to place the virus on the screen, and we have followed it up with the command virus x plus equals virus underscore vel. Now let us save it and run it. Now that has set the virus in motion. It is moving towards the right of the screen. At every iteration, the virus is redrawn at x plus 1 position, and you will see that the virus is moving by 1 pixel to the right. At the beginning of the loop, the screen is redrawn by the screen fill or by an image load command. To give effect to any movement of an object, at every instance of the loop, the screen must be redrawn, the object drawn in the new position and display updated. This takes place and is repeated fast that you get a sensation that the object is moving. If the screen is not refreshed, the object would appear as if a brush dipped in paint is dragged on the screen. Let us see that. I am deactivating the screen drawing function at the beginning of the loop by make this line a comment. Now let us save it and run it. This is what happens. If the velocity is negative, let's see what happens. The virus moves towards the left. If we activate movement on both the axes, it should move in a tangent. Let us see. Now we must set boundaries and the pattern for the movement of virus in the while loop. I have placed the code here. The screen boundary is at 0 pixel on the left and 800 pixels on the right. The virus should not move beyond this. All objects are represented in rectangle on the screen. If we place the object at 800x, what is placed at 800 pixel is the top left corner of the object rectangle, and the image will be off the screen. So when the object moves to the right, we set virus x plus 64 pixels as the boundary. You can see the code here. Here 64 pixels is the width of the virus. Obviously, we do not have the same problem when the object moves to the left. At the screen boundary to the left and right, we have redefined the position of virus on the y-axis as virus underscore y plus equals 40. At these points, the virus falls by 40 pixels. Let us see how it works. You can see the movement of the virus. It moves to the right. At the boundary, it falls 40 pixels. Then it moves to the left. Again, it falls 40 pixels. And it goes on like this. When the game develops, we are going to multiply the virus. At that time, positioning of the virus at varying locations are needed to control cluttering. We will use the random functions available in Python for this. We will first test it out with a single virus. We must first import the random module. We have done it here at the create environment section. There are many random number generation methods in Python. Let us have a look at the format we are going to use. We will use the randint method. Let's see the code. Random.randint, and we have start, stop and step as arguments. Step is optional. We don't need it. We will just delete it. We will have 100 pixels as start and 700 pixels as stop. We will alter it. We have used randint for the y coordinate and for virus x velocity. Here on the x-axis we have set a range of 50 pixels and 700 pixels, and on the y-axis a range of 50 to 100 pixels. Now let us save it and run it. You would have observed the virus appeared here more than halfway to the right. We will run it again. This time it started at the halfway mark. This time it started from the left side of the screen. So the random function is working. Now we will see how to replicate the virus. We have created one copy of the virus by defining its attributes. We will create a variable virus number to specify the number of replications needed. Suppose we want to replicate it 6 times. We will store that value in the variable virus number. Each virus has 5 attributes. When we replicate, where are we going to save the attributes? Each attribute will be stored in separate list. We will create 5 blank lists for that. This is how we do it. We will delete this individual virus definition. Here you can see the list and another variable to store the number of replications required. Now we will use a for loop utility in Python to store the attributes in the list in proper indexed order. Indexing start with 0. Here, since we are going to create 6 copies of the virus, the index will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will use the append method store the attributes. The items are appended from left to right. Let us try to understand how this loop works. I is a variable we use to indicate index. You can use any name. In the virus underscore image list, virus.png image is appended at index 0. Then virus x list is appended with the random number generated at index 0. Virus y list is appended with the random number generated, and so on. At the second iteration, virus underscore image is loaded with the same image. Virus.png at index 1. Virus x list at index 1 is appended with the random number generated, and so on. Each iteration generates a virus with the distinct attributes. Now we must place the virus on the screen and set it in motion. We will modify the virus load function to include index I as a third parameter. It enabled the function to identify the virus by its index number. When we call the function within the loop, we will give the index number for the x and y coordinates also. To release the virus on the screen, we will again use a for loop. It provides individual attributes to each virus, and the viruses start moving according to our script. The number of viruses, their location and their velocity can be altered based on demands of our game plan. Now let us save the file and run it. you can see 6 viruses are generated. They are appearing at random locations and they are moving at random speeds. Since originally we have set the right boundary at 800, it is going up to 800 only, then falling 40 pixels and moving towards the left. This is what we wanted. I think it is time to reveal the plot of the game Coronavirus so that we understand the code we are creating better. Here is the plot. The coronavirus invades a residential area, but the scientists have erected an UV wall around the complex. The virus can't enter the compound, but the man must go out to make a living. He must fight it out with the viruses. He is equipped with an UV gun. He also wears a special green mask to protect him. When the infection turns severe, the color of the mask will progress to red. The alarm will sound. He must rush for medical help. With a new mask, he will return. He must destroy maximum number of viruses. Can he get another life? No. You only live twice, but you will be remembered. Another warrior will take up your position. This fight for mankind should go on. We will slowly progress to this script. On the screen, man must run to escape, to fight, and to meet emergencies. He needs good speed. He must be able to move in all directions. We will skill him accordingly. We have already defined his speed in the variable man change as 10 pixels. We will link his movement towards left to the key A, right to the key D, up to the key W, and down to the key S. You hold down the key, he will continue to move. Using the combination of keys, he can be moved in any tangent. We have also set the boundaries to his movement. We have used the pygame.keyGetPressed function here. Let's have a look at the code. The result of the function pygame.key.getPressed is saved to keys. At the site pygame.org, a complete list of key constants are available. You can see the whole list of keys on the screen. K_A represents key A. Its position, whether it is pressed or not, is indicated by 1 or 0 stored in the variable keys. The program reads the signal and acts accordingly. Let's see how the movement takes place. If the key pressed is A and manx minus man change greater than 0, the man will move to the left as long as you hold down the key. If key pressed is D and manx plus man change plus man image get width is less than 1300, man will move to the right by 10 pixels. We have created boundaries for his upward movement and downward movement also. So he will always be within the screen. Here please observe a few aspects. We have set the screen width to 1300. We have limited the movement of the virus to 800 pixels to the right because our plot has it that the scientists have created an UV wall which the virus cannot pass. We are providing a safe zone for man beyond 800 pixels and he is given freedom to move anywhere on the screen. We have used a Python function getWidth to get the width of the image of man. Let us save the changes and run it. You can see the man is able to move fast and in all directions. The virus cannot pass the 800 pixel boundary. That's all for this video. In the next video, we will equip the man with the laser gun. We will find out how the collision of virus and laser can be detected and the score for virus hit maintained. Please use the comments on the channel to communicate with us and for any clarification. Please subscribe to our channel in case you like it. We would very much appreciate your feedback. Thank you for watching. See you soon with the next video.